Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know the name, it's called NAF or Never a Foul. Make sure you like and subscribe. Jules, as you can see, he's a loser.
Brothers won their first game in Europe for how long? And he's feeling nice, smiling.
What a loser, man. Man's trying to chat to me when he's a loser.
Man,
Bro.
we're playing Pokemon, bro. What's going on?
Hey, what do you call it? Pout. That's the one. That's the one. But yeah, man, maybe you won't be a loser this weekend, but someone will have to suffer at some point. Let me get these two. You know what? I think that's fair enough. Arsenal's out. No, they're not at home. Chelsea's at home. There we go. That will just make it the way it is. But yeah, big up to the panel. We've got George, as you can see, the loser in the bottom left. We've got D, his team he supports Palace, if you don't know, but his team's doing a lot better recently. Then we got D again above him, supports that dusty team behind him. And then you got the worst of them all, VD. Once will be his.
I never ever get a good thing, do I? It's always something negative, then VD after it. It's never something like, oh, this is my wonderful cousin, gives us great insight about Chelsea. No, it's always shameless or something. The chat's gonna start believing you now. This is a joke. This is rigged.
Oh man,
this is rigged. First the starting 11. The whose team is better? Yeah, I got shagged. Then I get awful intros. There's something against me on this channel, you know. Something against me. I'm gonna start a revolution.
Alright, just because you're VD Wonder now, yeah, doesn't mean you can come in here and start spouting some nonsense. If I want to flipping announce you as what I need to announce you as my little cousin, then you're gonna get that announcement whether you like it or not. What are you gonna do about it? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I've been
Shut
scammed,
up.
man. I've been scammed.
It's weird.
I feel like we're all gonna have to start doing what VD's doing and come with the sunglasses. Man's trying to hide the eyes so he can lie again. I know what he's done, man. He don't want to look D in the eyes this weekend. He ain't got no
poker face.
I know it, bro.
Poker face.
This is what this guy's on, man. How you lot doing, anyways, man? It's Friday already.
Nice,
I feel like this. Yeah, put them back on. I feel like this week's gone quite quick, you know.
So put it back on. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gone quick. Gone quick for certain people in the bottom left as well. Of course, they played yesterday night. The upcoming winners, European trophy winners. You know, everyone takes an L at some point, but yeah, man. George, how you feeling, man? I want to know how you're feeling.
It's similar to you, D. Remember when we done our match reaction on my channel? Check it out if you haven't seen it already. I told you, Spurs, although we're bad, we like to give out to the homeless. Yeah, we feed the homeless, and sometimes when you're in a good winning streak, you know, 3 wins in a row in the Europa League, we feed the homeless. We had to give Galatasaray something. They feasted on, you know, some chicken shawarma, some bulgur, some kofta kebab. It was nice. They've
got European trophy though.
And yesterday, unfortunately for us,
they've got European trophy.
We got European trophies too. So that's not.
The right
way.
They got equivalent of a Europa Cup, Europa League. They got an equivalent.
But ultimately, they beat our second team. They done their thing. Give it to them. Is what it is, isn't it? We're back this weekend. As I said, I told you on Monday, my 3 points are deposited at the bank. It's the transfer is still going through, but on Monday again, they would be showing in the league table, showing in the account balance, and yeah, man, back into the top 4 we go.
You just talk like you're gonna win this, that, whatever. I'm just telling you now, George, you're not winning anything with Ange Postecoglou. You're not. Because he's stubborn in his approach. Yes, yesterday you can say you had a second team, but in general, you'll beat City, you'll beat Villa, then you'll lose against, I don't know. Hopefully you don't lose against Ipswich, but you'll lose against any other side. Like you can't
hopefully
results because everyone knows how you're gonna play out. But you're gonna find out the hard way. But that's fine.
Wait, what do you mean? Hopefully they don't lose against Ipswich.
What was that?
What do you mean? Hopefully they don't lose against Ipswich. You mean hopefully they do lose against Ipswich? No.
No. Not in our current 4 minutes.
That's shameless. That's shameless.
He needs them to be Ipswich. That's how bad he is, bro. He can't afford to see Ipswich cut points.
Nah, that's
Nah, it's
bad.
kind of peak right now, isn't it? We barely
Nah,
have any
this-
good players.
this
We
is
barely
shame-
have any
this-
good players.
This is
Like,
This is shameless. Man said you're beefing with Ipswich, man. It's crazy. I can't even say too much. I'm down the table myself, man.
Guys, I can't trust me. You can't let Tottenham lose against Ipswich.
Oh man, how you feeling? How you feeling about the weekend, anyways, George, man? Because your team's probably gonna win. You're probably gonna go above one of the two top up here, anyways, or maybe even both of them. Can you hear us?
No, I probably can't, man.
How are you feeling, VD? No, Cole Palmer potentially.
Listen, after the United game, I don't care the caliber of the opposition. This is a must win. We can't lose. We can't draw. We have to win this. You can't go 0-4 against big six clubs. You can't. You can't do it. Not again. Cole Palmer, see, he was walking around fine yesterday when he was at the stadium, but I don't know, man. It is a bit of a worry, but like I keep saying, I know he's our talisman and stuff, but we do have good backup. Like, I'm completely fine for Nkunku to then
apparently
play
he's
that
fit.
role.
Apparently he's
Yeah.
fit. according to these lot.
See, there you go. But even so, like, I know Nkunku played yesterday, but he's still good enough backup in it. So I'm not fussed, but going 0-4 against the big six is going to be an absolute disgrace, like genuine disgrace. I can understand the Man City one. It was first game of the season, new manager. We're getting used to everything. I can understand that, and that's the best team in the country. Liverpool, and then his picture pops up. It's like he just knows. He knows whenever I speak about Liverpool. You know, this guy, he haunts me. He actually haunts me. I swear. But Liverpool, it was like cool. Two of the most informed teams in the league. We came up short. It was at Anfield, but is what it is. And the United one, we had to win. We had to win. I don't care if it was Old Trafford. It was an out of form team, and we looked dross. So this one, you have to perform. Arsenal are also out of form badly. What, three losses in a row? No, for Arsenal, we can't be losing. We can't be losing that at all. I'm worried, man.
I'm worried about your mental health a little bit.
Yeah, I'm worried about my own, man.
Like I should check in on you because I was seeing too many tweets yesterday about please get Kenny on, please.
Maresca,
Kenny, same shit. Chukwuemeka.
He's a big baller, you know, big time baller. Don't care.
I know he's a baller, but I mean, it sounds a bit like Player FC at the moment. You know what I mean? Like your team's doing well. Like why would you?
No, we were up 6-0, man. Play the damn man. Give us some minutes.
What are you gonna get over FC Noah, bro? Noah's Ark. Your man's gonna what? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what is it, bro? It's worse than Barrow. They're worse than Barrow, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're founded in 2017, isn't it? Something like that.
You only play what's in front of you.
I'm not saying that the win's garbage, but you can't take nothing away from that game and say that team's absolutely crap. That's the league opposition.
Nah, but like you can look at some things. Like
summoned your inner Arsenal, innit? Bare set pieces. You know what I mean? Disaster, all of them, man.
I don't know. Honestly, they were absolute fucking. They were so bad.
Talking rubbish, brother. You're just talking rubbish. You know, Don. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Don talk sense once in his life. I can't lie. It's an incredible run that Don has. It's an incredible run that he has. But yeah,
he's spitting now.
We saying D about Arsenal, man. This weekend. You know, I think you spoke about it in like drips and dabs a little bit, but you're confident.
No. We if we're talking about Arsenal, it depends on what. If we're talking about like the actual game, I feel like this is probably the first time in a few years that it's kind of more 50-50 game where people kind of feel like it could go either way. But it's the first time in a few years, because obviously we've been a level above Chelsea the last couple of years. So I feel like this game we have to we got our full team back, so I'm a bit more confident with our full team.
Declan Rice fit.
Yeah, Rice's fit. He broke his toe, but they'll just patch that up. They'll just cover that with like bracket or something.
Wait, hold on. He just broke his toe.
D, ain't Stamford Bridge your holiday home though?
Yeah, sure? You could just give him injections. You could just give him injections and he won't feel it, man. That's easy. Broken toes are right. You can play with that.
Big toe, little toe,
I think it's a bit. I'm not even too sure, you know. But I know you can just play through.
Toe. You just strap that today on the toe, man. You're good.
Yeah, you can play. You can play with bro.
Yeah, until someone stamps on your foot again, you're done.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking about as well. If
And he
everyone
plays the
knows that,
defensive,
well,
bro, innit? Remember, he's defensive. He's gonna be Caicedo, box to box, man. Flipping, moving like Gohan versus.
Yeah,
Silk.
you know what it is.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it's more. You see, like for Chelsea, I feel like when everyone knows Chelsea are playing well, they've kind of got a little bit of things together. Like they're clicking it a little bit. But I feel like the difference between them challenging for top 4 and challenging for a title is competing and beating the bigger teams. I feel like when you beat the bigger, we all know every match is 3 points, but if you beat the bigger teams, I feel like the Chelsea fan base and the Chelsea players believe that they can challenge for the title. I think that's the difference between top 4 and title, is beating your rivals. So I feel like when we play them, that they're gonna expect to now be trying to beat us and win more so than not losing. I feel that's probably more the difference at the minute. Well, for Arsenal, we don't even feel like we even need to draw or anything. We need to go there and win. We need to beat. Odegaard's back. Odegaard's back now anyway.
I was gonna say, would you, any of you, if you was the manager, would you risk just playing Odegaard straight away, just off the bat?
He's back. He's fully fit. He's been back for a couple of weeks. He's just been.
No, but would you risk starting him straight away? Obviously, Matt
He's
Sharpness.
not captain. He plays as soon as he's fit. He plays.
Yeah, but Matt Sharpness is a thing, innit? And obviously,
Odegaard-
like getting back, like he's not like he had
That's
a
the start. This
what they
is
call it, hairline fracture. It was a hairline fracture, right? You never know with these things, innit?
they
We
don't
said
have
George.
an
Odegaard plays.
option to not play Odegaard after what's been happening recently in terms of
No, we
creativity.
don't. Exactly.
They don't really
I
have
mean,
an option. They have to go play him. If there's any chance of him playing, he has to be on the pitch. Like I don't think they
100%.
can do
Even more so with the Odegaard playing this, where what I saw against Man United with Lavia and Caicedo or whatever, like, Odegaard at 70-80%, if he has that type of space that you give Man United, he's just going to cause havoc. Like, that's just the truth of it. So if he plays, it just makes your whoever's playing in the 6 has to just now think about him. Guaranteed.
It's like a
Yeah.
must win though for you lot now. If you're looking at a title,
Everything's really a must win. I mean, if you see it like that, everything's a must. We're only 7 points off Liverpool. Liverpool got Aston Villa this weekend. I mean, it's hard to start looking at other teams and who they got. That's where you start thinking, oh, we need Liverpool to lose to Aston Villa, or we need Man City to have a tough game against Brighton. I mean, if those 2 teams lose and we win, it changes everything. So every game's yeah, go on.
performances matter as well, I guess, as well. Like that's the thing
Yeah,
with Arsenal, it's a
definitely.
bit confusing right now where you like it's not just a results. I guess you need a performance which is gonna show and give belief that you can get consecutive wins. Because the way that you've been playing recently, it's no surprise that you've been losing games. I mean, even against Inter Milan, yes, you created chances, like the XG was higher than Inter's, but you didn't really create that many chances.
Yeah,
And
no, I
that's
agree with that.
Arsenal.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But the actual situation when it comes down to us is when we were not playing well and winning, people were saying, "Oh, but your performances are not there." You know what I mean? When really and truly, obviously, we all know the result that matters. So now we actually have to. It's now about results matter more than performances. Almost, it's kind of gone reverse. Like if we go to Chelsea and we win regardless, it's what we need to do. It's kind of like that now. We're at that point. But Odegaard will change everything. Odegaard, we got our full team. If we're Timber's fit, Saliba's back, Ben White's back, we literally got our full team back. So
So no excuses.
There's no excuses anyway. But there's no excuses for Chelsea if Palmer doesn't play.
Well, there's always one excuse for Arsenal fans of late, innit? And the manager
but not
is
me, though,
now
man.
embedded into it now. The referee.
No, the referee was terrible. I mean, you've brought it up. I didn't bring it up before everyone in the chat starts going mad. I didn't bring up referee or decisions, but we all know that those, okay, in Europe they're handballs, okay, fine. But we all know it's the good of the game as a football people that actually analyze football. That's you can't be deciding games on handballs like that. Like, it just ruins everything. It ruins your game
Isn't it
plan.
fair to say that you played against the rule? Inter Milan played against the rule. Other teams got hard done by in the Champions League at the same rule. So ultimately, although it's not a great rule, everyone's playing to the same rule. So Arsenal aren't being hard done by. Everyone's playing.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, even Man City had one the day before. That was, I mean, if Haaland scores that and it changes the game, it's like what I'm talking about for the good of the game, innit? For the good of the game, it shouldn't be handball. But if the game gets decided on that, it doesn't change the fact that we can still win 3-1 or 4-1. You know what I'm saying? We can still win the game with a penalty against us. But it just threw us off a little bit. But it is what it is. It comes with the game, doesn't it?
Someone's asking for VD to make a statement about Palmer or something like Cole Palmer. What's the real question? What's the real question? Cass, I beg you asked a real question. Hopefully, I didn't miss really making a statement yet about Cole Palmer.
I guess Palm against top 6 sides. Last 2 games, Liverpool, United.
Oh, this narrative.
3 games.
Do you know what? Sorry, just interrupt you. Do you know what I was having a who was I talking to yesterday? Might have been Hooks or something, but we were talking. I was saying Palmer like comparison with Palmer and Odegaard, like to be a world-class player in that position for Palmer the way he plays, he would have to get GA because he doesn't control the tempo of the game. Whereas with the way Odegaard plays or David Silva and that, you can be world-class without the GA because they control the tempo. I don't know if you guys agree with that or
Nah, I think you're spot on actually. I didn't even see it like
100%.
that, but yeah, I think you're right. Obviously, Palmer he drifts in and he picks up the ball and stuff like that, but it's not quite like you said, controlling the tempo. He'll get the ball and try and create with it. He's not like moving the ball at his own speed. That's more of Enzo's game. Or Lavia. I think that's more Lavia's game. But yeah, no, I think you're spot on.
I feel like you don't ever watch a Chelsea game and think, oh yeah, Palmer's run this game today. He's been like controlling all phases of play. Everything's going through him. It's never that. It's just, Palmer's played some really good line breaking passes. Like that's what you talk about with him. Or he's made a good goal, or good shot creating action, good chance creation. But outside of that, he's not controlling the game. When you need to slow the game down, you're not looking at Palmer to do that. Whereas with Odegaard, you can.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying when people compare the two, or maybe compare like GA with a tempo setter, I feel like you can become a world-class player without the GA if you're a tempo setter. But I don't feel like the way Palmer plays, you can be world-class without his GA, you understand? I feel like he needs to have the numbers to be world-class. So I feel that's probably the difference when we're talking about comparing those type of players.
I would agree with that, but I'd still say he's world-class level.
I'm not saying whether he is or isn't world class. I'm not even getting into that debate. I'm just saying about the style of play. Like David Silva can be world class without the GA because of what he.
Different kind of player though. Kaka never used to dictate the play. It was the guy, he had to get his GA as well, but he was world class once upon a time. Do you know what I mean?
For how many?
Yeah,
seasons?
One's an actual 10. I wouldn't even say Odegaard's really a 10 anymore. I'd say he's more of an 8. I think he's molded his game that way. Probably best that way. Well, more about the team, innit? So, but I think Palmer could probably control the game if he wanted to. Like, because I remember when he played against who was it, and he played that mad ball to Neto.
No, yeah, but Palmer doesn't control.
That was an encounter. That's very different.
I think he's got the ability to do that. Yeah, if he really wanted to this game. I think he's got the ability to do it. He's just not asked to do it. He's got Lavia and Caicedo to do it. So why you don't need to do that? Go do what you do best up there. And he still creates, even if it is from his own half. That's what I think.
He does create a lot. He creates a lot. Balls over the top of the defense. You know, crosses out wide. All of them. Obviously, the passes from deep. He does play these passes. I don't know if it's the same as dictating the tempo and stuff like that. But again, like you said, hey, in this game, we got 3 good. Well, 2. We got Caicedo, who I think is world class. We got Lavia, who does the job, and Enzo when he can feel like it to dictate the tempo as well. Like he's got a solid midfield options to do that for him in his job. His job, create something, score something, try to win us the game, innit? Like 2 different things.
I would say, you know what? I would even say that Palmer's probably, unless someone can just quickly get, he's probably like the most creative player in the league, isn't it?
Who?
Palmer. Unless like
most creative player in the league.
Are you talking about quality of chances as well? Like quality.
When it comes to creation of chances, is he not the most creative? Like
when everyone's fit.
You know what? Maybe De Bruyne.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Like when everyone's fit.
It's not maybe De Bruyne. It is De Bruyne because it's funny because I actually saw some stats. Yeah, I saw Squawka uploaded a stat comparing him to Bruyne, but the one thing they keyed to miss out was minutes played.
What's it called?
That's no Squawka stats. They put out a stat comparing Kevin De Bruyne's goals and assists and chances created compared to Palmer's. Palmer's numbers were just barely as good as KDB's, but with about double or triple the minutes played. Like there's no comparison to him.
George, with all due respect, forget the numbers, innit? forget the numbers. There's no way we're comparing Palmer to Kevin De Bruyne here.
Yeah,
Like,
no way.
In terms of
But I
what Kevin
mean,
De Bruyne
numbers. That's what I'm saying. That
Not
Palmer's game is based on numbers. It's kind of like me and my cousin talk. It's kind of like Salah. Salah's game is based on numbers. If he didn't have the numbers, he loses the ball too often to be considered. But because his numbers are so high, so consistently, that's why.
I don't look at the game with Chelsea and say Palmer loses the ball though. He's quite evasive and doesn't give a ball away as much as the next person, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but he doesn't play like Odegaard, does he? Odegaard is a
no.
setter, isn't he?
Odegaard's my sort of player that I like in a team personally. I don't like a team based where it's relied on GA, but then you need that X factor in it, and that's the difference between like the Palmer and Odegaard. You can't compare the players. Do you know what I mean? Because if someone said, okay, Palmer is probably the better 10 than Odegaard, but Odegaard's the better 8. If you wanted to go and control the game for the team, that's the difference. You probably want both of them in the team if you could fit both of them, then you would, innit? It's actually that's illegal. That can't happen.
You probably won't be able to fit both of them in the team.
I think you can.
Much.
My man on the right wing, Palmer. The thing is, people need to understand whether it's Palmer right wing or in the 10. Palmer's he's dope. Even if he goes right wing, he's better than most man's right wingers in the league. You know what I mean? Like, he's done it.
Palmer's top draw. But
yeah, he's top draw, and he's probably going to be very key for this weekend, especially if he is fit. Then
but they're going to have to definitely worry about Odegaard if he plays. Like that's
I personally think he's not even going to play the whole game, innit? Because he's only played what? Did he even come on against Inter Milan?
Yeah, he came on.
Nope.
For like what? 5 minutes? What? 5 minutes?
I can't remember.
Yeah, he came on.
5 minutes, 2 minutes. No, that's nothing. Matthew says, when was the last time Arsenal scored an open play goal?
I'm not even answering that question.
It's relevant though. No, but it's relevant.
Relevant to what? Relevant to what?
Because obviously scoring open play goals is a part of the game, though. Like
so is scoring set piece goals part of the game.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but
difference doesn't make.
That's the bit that I'm worried about the game. You know, we're not.
We beat Tottenham with a set piece goal. We played for that. We drew with Man City. And we went 2-1 up. It was a set piece goal. That's part of our game. It is what it is. That's our game. That's how games are. When we were playing against Stoke and Bolton and West Brom and all those teams years ago, and we were getting slaughtered by set piece goals, everyone was saying we were too soft. So that's just part of the game.
There's nothing wrong with set piece goals, yeah. But I don't think right now it's part of the game. It is your game. That's the problem. Like if you have a mixture of open play goals and set piece goals, that's fine. But right now you are basically relying on set pieces to score. There's no creativity in open play. And that's where the problem comes from. Otherwise, like a few weeks ago, when people were talking about Arsenal being set piece, this, set piece, that, even before like the Leicester Southampton game, I was like, it's fine because they're still creating chances. Look at their XG against Southampton and all of those teams. But now you become a set piece team. We've seen it against Inter Milan. Your best chances pretty much were from set pieces.
Actually, go look at where the passes. I mean, where the green arrows from or the red arrows from, whatever. A lot of them, it's not through the middle of the park. It was actually very similar. Who's the previous game before Inter Milan again? Arsenal versus
Newcastle.
Newcastle. It was the same heat maps basically. The same
one on target.
Listen, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that right now, but. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not denying that at the minute. At the minute, it's not. We're not flowing as well as we should be. As we have been.
I wouldn't want to be crossing into a Coble who's quite decent in the air, or who's the other one. Even
if we have set pieces against Chelsea, they have major problems.
I think so as well. They could have major problems.
They won't be able to defend our set pieces.
But that's why I look at. That's why I look at them probably playing more of a Reece James, who's more better in the air than Augusto, who actually when you deep it, he helped out against Man United even when we was doing our set pieces.
They got Cole Wilson for Forno at the back who are okay in the air. But our team is super. We're actually seriously good in the air.
No, I'm not denying that.
Like even to the point even if Marino plays and even if like. We got monsters in the team at the minute, so
yeah. Odegaard is closer to Maddison than Palmer.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Solomon says Palmer plays the same role Oscar played in 2013, the drifting 10 with a chance creation and the goal scoring.
Yeah, that's fair.
Quite good comparison. Midoriya says Palmer FC, Chelsea are useless without him.
I don't know. They haven't had him without him, so we don't know, do we? They've got top players in that position. They've got Felix, they've got Nkunku, they've got good replacements on.
Yeah. By the way, there's 600 people in the house, and there's not even 100 likes. There's 99 likes. Do you know what I mean? There's 99 problems, pretty much. But go and make sure you smash the likes if you haven't done so yet, please. And also, everyone's channel is going to be in the description below or in their name bars at the end of the video. Or might even just filter it through so you can go find them. you know, D's head loss on his live streams after a game is funny. If you ain't seen it, when he starts bringing in all the I don't know who they are, like if they're guests or callers or whatever, they just filter in. Especially one from America, the older fella. Trying to talk some sense into. This is why we need to subscribe to people that don't support these clubs. When they come on this channel and they decide to have chests like Wolfie or D or whoever it is, and soon to come probably be Tottenham, then we got to go subscribe to these places. You know what I'm saying? Because then we can go find them. Yeah, man. You know what though? I know this. Away from the Arsenal Chelsea, we'll come back onto that. Where George, get back here. You know he's not going to escape from this Galatasaray loss, by the way.
Yeah, he's trying to say it's the second team and this and that, but I'm not hearing it, man. He keeps doing the reverse psychology. He keeps saying, "Oh, we feed the homeless and stuff," but I'm always thinking, how can you be feeding the homeless when you're homeless? Like what? Like you haven't won trophies yourself since 2008. And you'll keep talking about, oh, we give away this, give away that. Like, bro, you're not Man City. You're Tottenham. Like, last time you won a trophy was 2008 League Cup. But anyway,
did anyone feel that they were going to beat Galatasaray though away? Did anyone really think that they'll beat Galatasaray away?
Did you not eat good 2 weeks ago?
What?
Did you not eat good 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, because it's Tottenham.
And was that your first win of the season?
Yeah, we're in the league, yeah.
So I fed the homeless. Don't tell me I'm not feeding the homeless. I'm doing good deeds out here. How about that?
All right. Let's do this. All right, cool. So we're homeless because we got our first win of the season. Yeah. You haven't since let's go back 2008, right? You haven't won a trophy since 2008. So if we're homeless that we haven't won this season, what are you? The fact that you haven't won a trophy for we're approaching nearly 20 years. We're not talking about the league title. With Arsenal, we talk about the league title. They haven't won a league title in about 20 years or whatever. With Tottenham, we're talking about a trophy nearly 20 years. So what are you? You're talking like you lot are on a table in a free-course.
Tell me what we're going to win. We're going to win Europa League.
You're starving. You want anything right now. Conference, Europa, League Cup, FA Cup, anything. Just give Tottenham anything. So you can't be on here saying you're feeding the homeless when your belly's rumbling. You can't go Galatasaray away and put our second team. How are you putting our second team against Galatasaray? Who do you lot think you are?
And you tell me. You know as well, yeah. It's
not who do you think you are.
See, for people that haven't.
Wait. Let me just. Can I score Palace? Can I score D on something here? Because obviously he's a Crystal Palace fan, and I know as a Crystal Palace fan, you don't know about trying to manage 2 competitions, let alone 3 or 4. Load management is something where you can't play players too often, 2 games a week. It kills their muscles. They're gonna get injuries. That's what's happening right now. Tottenham have quite a few players out injured. If I'm not gonna go out naming them because we all have injuries, but it's about 5 first teamers who we couldn't play, most specifically the centre backs, and that's what killed us yesterday. The centre back pairing of Davies and Dragusin is probably about the level of your team. Relegation for the settings.
Our centre backs, you can't do that. You can't do that. Hold on. Let's stop you there. We kept the clean sheet against you. You can't do that with all due respect because you had Romero and Van der Ven, and we still bagged against you. Anyways, continue. Yeah. Let's not do that.
Smile. That's the anger smile right there.
You ain't good. As I said, I feed the homeless, man. Charity starts at home. That's exactly. Hey, shout out Kizzy. He reminded me of that.
Hold on. If we're not good,
man, we lost yesterday. Look, we lost. We can take the 1-L. It's our first L in Europa League. We've still got another 4 games to play. We're gonna win the rest of those games, and we're still gonna get qualified into the next stage. As we've seen with everyone in Europe, Real Madrid drop points, Man City drop points. Everyone's struggling with this new format of European football. There's a lot of games. It's thick and fast. Usually there's a 2-week break between every European game. Now there isn't. It's pretty much every other week. So yeah, man, is what it is. We lost our first game, but it's not all down that bad now. And yeah, look, Liverpool, you're gonna say, oh, not us. We ain't lost yet. We ain't lost. Don't talk too soon because we all know what happened at Atlanta, bro.
Let's be real though. Yeah,
say one thing.
I'm just saying, as it stands, I haven't lost. You said we're all struggling.
I
haven't lost in Europe. I'm unbeaten in Europe.
To go beat Ipswich, is that what you're telling me? Tottenham, you're going to win a trophy this year. They had to have a full fit squad against Ipswich because That's the levels you've gone down to. The reason why you rested your side, George, is because being Tottenham this so far this season, we don't even know if you're going to be Ipswich. It won't be a major shock. You should, but we don't even know that. But you can't come on here, keep talking about we rest this, rest that. Oh, we're on to bigger things. You're not on to bigger things until you do bigger things. You keep talking like you're that club, but you're not that club. Other Man United in the mud, they win trophies. Chelsea, they still win.
You keep saying
Arsenal
we're resting
win.
players.
Liverpool win. Like,
we're not
these
resting
clubs have won
players if
recently.
they
You're the
can't
anomaly
play.
here.
If you've
Palace, we're not a big club, but
got
if
injuries,
you're
they're
so
not
called big
rested.
club, you win. You win. And
Anyways,
you know.
unlike some people, yeah.
28 shots is a mad thing, bro.
Shout out to the people that are unbeaten in Europe, innit? So what can we say in it? And
that's shameless, innit?
and second of all, yeah, if it wasn't for that fucking Victor, what are they calling him now? Victor Drosselman, fam. Like if we actually break down that game and not
He
look
would
at
have
the
scored. He
scoreline,
should have scored about 5.
6
at least.
Yeah.
6 even.
Two goals made him look like a bad striker. Let's be honest.
Honestly, if it wasn't for that, it would literally turn of Fraser Forster to fucking Fraser Pornstar, bro. Because honestly, that guy was saving these man.
100%.
That's what I looked at. Some of them says you probably thought he's like in a Celtic versus Barcelona. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
where
thought,
is
let me go in
George?
tip-top shape. And
George, come
Dragusin,
back here for a minute. George, come out.
Dragon.
George.
Enter the Dragon. Yeah, this Dragusin at the back here. This guy can't pass for shit. Honestly, it's like trying to watch a 45-year-old who said they were a baller back in the day try to do some passing. Like it's just not it no more, innit?
Man like Radu, fam. Man like Radu.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? An outdated man that probably played ball in the 2000s and passing wasn't the thing. It's more like hoofball. You know what I mean? Get out to the striker as quick as possible. Big up, Dean.
Bro. No, bro. Generally, there. Like, why the Tottenham feel like yesterday was, even though, like, you know, you can rotate. You know, you can rotate like and not look that bad. Like Tottenham Hotspur faced 28 shots, and those were just the ones where Galatasaray decided to shoot. They had 40 touches in their box. I thought they were playing like 10 Hogs United, bro. The way they was getting peppered, bro. Tottenham Hotspur FC is it's Tequila FC, bro. There's more shots than Mayfair, bro. What's going on, bro?
Dragu shit, blood. What's it called?
Bro,
I got crucified for this month. I got crucified for this last season. I got killed for that. Did I not?
Radu? That's what I'm saying. 28, because you man faced 20 something shots against like that random team. I can't remember their name. It was that random team in preseason. You know what game I'm talking about. That was preseason. This is match day 4 in the Europa League away from home, and these men are getting peppered like that. Like genuinely, and it's not even just the defense. Like the midfield was getting ran through. These men did not want the midfield battle. I barely saw any duels won. No duels were getting won in that midfield. Like the fact that game was 3-2 is embarrassing for Galatasaray, bro.
100%.
Embarrassing. 28 shots, and
should have been about 7-1 or something, at least 7-2 or something like that.
Where did he run?
Osimhen might be dusted still.
Where did he run away?
He might be shit.
I kept saying this, man. When I was saying I don't want him, it was for a reason.
It's definitely not clinical. That's for certain.
That's what I was telling people, and this is why I got called the maddest things on Twitter. Yeah, Nigerian Twitter came after me hard. I got called racist and everything. Yeah, just because I didn't want him, because I spoke the truth about him. This guy misses bare chances. Do you know what? He just gets. I don't know how he just gets chances. He gets loads. He had Kavica playing for him. You know, even look at yesterday. Some were jammy. They're winning the ball back, playing it through. You know, and he's got this chance, but he misses loads. He hits the ball without any real placement. He just kind of strikes it. He strikes it and hopes it goes in. But nah. But
I said, yeah. Do you know what I said? I think it was last season. I said that, guys, what's the difference between Osimhen that we saw get the golden boot and Lukaku when he was at Inter? So what's the difference? Generally, what's the difference?
There is no difference. They both get
and they killed me
and they score 3. There's no difference.
At the time, they killed me for it though. They said that's disrespectful. I said no, it's disrespectful to Lukaku. Because Lukaku actually has a very, very good goal scoring record. You just look at his career. His goal scoring record is actually very respectable. Even his time at Man United, even his time in the Premier League, if you look at his record, better than a lot of players, or enough players anyway. So listen, man, you see where man play in that league, and it's the PMP Blafrican thing. You got to very much you got to see them kind of somewhere else before you make a full judgment on how good they are. Don't get me wrong, I still think Chelsea could have done with him because it's good to have. You only have one natural 9 at the moment, so you still could have done with Osimhen just to rotate with Jackson anyway. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The
Wages will be
Lukaku
too
I
high to
saw,
be rotating striker though.
bro. The
That's
Lukaku,
what
I think Lukaku, like not today's Lukaku, but the best Lukaku we saw is better than Osimhen, bro.
It just shows how much the striker market stinks right now. Because I mean, Osimhen was the real answer in summer. Who else was there in terms of forwards? I mean, Tony was
Gyökeres.
mentioned, etc. Gyökeres, yeah, he was mentioned. But then the thing with Gyökeres, he was here. He was at Coventry. How comes like no one picked him up then? We were linked with him, and a few other clubs were as well. But that should have been done there. Like he was right at the front door. Like, why do you need a player to go to another club and then afterwards buy him for £70 million? Like, take the gamble. Pay whatever sport.
Yeah, but top teams can't afford to take that gamble, man. We need.
Why not? Why not?
You need ready-made. You need ready-made.
20-30 mil gamble.
I mean, obviously Liverpool tried to do that with Nunes because obviously he was scoring. He already did what Gyökeres is doing now. Nunes was.
Nunes.
So sometimes
you paid way more for Nunes. Like afterwards, like Nunes wasn't cheap. I'm saying for Gyökeres, he was at Coventry bagging in goals. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to go.
You can't say that's going to translate to
You got to prove your point first. Like, that's why people like Nunes has already done in another league what Gyökeres is doing now. He already done that. So that's why you can go and pay for Nunes.
But not everyone's proven. A Drogba weren't proven.
Yeah, but how many strikers end up being great that you get on a? There's only a couple in history, like Henry.
Hence why you have to take the risk, because once they're already doing their thing, they're going to be almost unlike attainable.
I don't think sometimes
how many top class strikers are attainable? Yeah, you could just get them off of a team, and your name is not Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Man United.
There's a lot of strikers out there that are like you feel like
not in today's game.
No, but you're talking about potential, aren't we? We're talking about like potential players. Like you got like the Larsons.
If we're talking about ready-made, who can you get right now? Ready-made.
There's no ready-made.
Yeah,
who? Ready-made who? Ready-made what?
There's no ready-made strikers. But you're saying to get
there is
to take a chance on a player that's not ready-made, isn't it? That's what you're saying.
Well,
to take a chance on a ready-made player is too much of a risk, especially for these top teams. They need a guy that's guaranteed to. Like that's why City go and get a Haaland that they already know is doing what he's going to do. That's why you have to do
the
that.
best time.
Arsenal can't afford to go and get.
The best time to get a striker, which is the hardest thing to do, is to get him when he's the year before his peak. So
yeah, but that's an ideal world, though, isn't it? That's an ideal world, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm saying that's the best thing to try and do. Like, so like everyone wanted Benjamin Sesko. Now he's not really looking like the guy that everyone wanted, or he's kind of being. I don't know. No one really rates him as much as they did a year ago or 2 years ago.
100%.
But like
100%.
maybe if he went to a top team or a better team, he might have been scoring more goals because he's surrounded by better players. We'll never know now. But like, I think that's what you and Chelsea tried to do. You tried to get him like 1 year before he really.
Yeah, exactly. And then we went to the Euros. He went to the Euros, and we kind of all thought, we're not really clinical enough. You know what I mean? And then that's what I'm saying. I don't blame Liverpool for going and spending that money on Nunes because he was. No, you can't. If a player's scoring at that rate, you can understand why he was.
No, but we have eyes. But it is what it is.
Just don't buy players of Benfica when it comes to the attacking part of the game, because trust me, they're just gonna.
Gonzalo Ramos is doing the same thing, bro. Like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
nowadays it's a bit different.
Yeah. Bro, just don't buy players from the Portuguese league in general. This league is a.
Ramirez, David Luiz.
It's quite clear why these players.
I ain't having that.
I don't know about that one.
We want to talk about strikers with you. We want to talk about something else.
What about like Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva came from that league as well. Di Maria, like
Fernandes for you.
No, they keep him. They should have kept him. There's bare ballers that do come from there.
Yeah, you named quite a lot of players from 10 plus years ago, not recently.
Not really. I did.
I named one person, Jordan. I named one person, Jordan. Hello, 28 shots. 28 shots.
He's doing it. Can't hear.
Jordan just keep it.
I'm sorry, like, I'm back. Like, what do you want to know? I've already spoke. Like, we played our second team. We had our poor centre backs from like, what more is there to say? 28.
I'm just saying, yeah. Even though you rotated heavy, not even heavy. The Son played a few. You had a few man playing. That's to lose like that in that fashion. Not so much the scoreline is worrying, in it. Like it's just worrying. I think you man should have been a bit more pragmatic.
Now, do you know what the question is,
See,
Jude? Do you feel like it would have been a completely different game if you had your first team out? That's more the question. I don't think you can hear us. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
You
he's
just
delayed,
had to
he's
see the
delayed.
last half hour of the game to see that with our first team. Yeah, I think I'm mad delayed. Just with regards to D's question, if I'm back, am I back?
Yeah, I
think so.
can hear you.
You know, it's like my camera's delayed. I keep seeing certain man movements. But yeah, no, with our first team players, just need to watch the last half hour of the game to see that with those players out on the pitch, we would have dominated them. We would have clapped Galatasaray up. There was so much space in that pitch, in behind. When Kulusevski was gliding through down on the right-hand side, if we just had better players on in the middle, we would have killed them. But at the end of the day, like they just caught us out on a few attacks. Again, the defensive line we had was a very inexperienced. Bro, I've been speaking about Maddison. I've been calling him out for a while. I don't know what more people want me to do on Maddison. I've got a real cam in Kulusevski, a player that I've been praising long before Maddison was here. Kulusevski's my cam. That's my player. Maddison's not performed enough in a Spurs shirt for me to sit there and back his corner.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But anyways, moving on from Spurs swiftly. Anyways, man, it's a tough game at the Emirates. Does anyone know what it is?
At the Emirates. No, what's
Emirates.
that?
No, at the Amex.
You said Emirates.
Oh,
No, I never.
City.
Don't ever
Yeah,
try
that's a
it.
tough game. But Liverpool got a tough game as well. They got Villa.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the Amex. How does people see the game going for City then? I've got a couple like KDB might get a chance, might get his first run out maybe. I don't think he starts though. Probably gonna have to manage him a little bit, innit?
What's going on with City?
Brighton are in some good form at the moment.
What's going
They're
on?
playing
With
well
City?
though.
I'm trying to figure it out. It's a bit. I've heard fatigue being mentioned. I think that was yesterday or today. I saw that being mentioned. Maybe a few injuries here and there, but it's weird. It is weird. Of course, they've done it for how many years now, and at some point, surely it's going to catch up to them. But yeah, it's confusing. It depends on what City decide to turn up. To be fair, God knows nowadays. Even against Wolves, for example, last-minute winner. City haven't been great either this season, but I think why a lot of people don't get onto City is because they've done it. Like they always show up when they need to. But yeah, this is a game that could go south for City as well. But then again, Brighton are not that great either. They're very overhyped. Reminds me of the time under De Zerbi where they reached that overhyped stage. So yeah, City can definitely beat them. They got high line.
That game could either be a 2-1 Brighton or a 5-1 City. I mean, it could easily just be up or down. But the thing about City, I feel like I remember when I was watching Guardiola's documentary, and he was saying things like you have to always refresh the team because Guardiola is a very intense. He's a very intense player manager, and in person. So I feel like it's quite hard to be under Guardiola for a long period of time unless you're really willing to constantly be at the 100%, 100%.
I think it's a mixture of lots of things. Even just speaking with that, like I think fatigue could be one thing. Could also be they've won so much. Obviously, there has to be a period where there is a little bit of a drop off. It could be a hunger for some of the players. Maybe it could be not the right recruitment as well. I think there's no wrong answer when pointing it towards it at the moment. Or this could just be a period where they're just going through it right now, a bit like Arsenal, and they just need to override it because they are within 2 points of Liverpool still. But
yeah, exactly.
Now we're at a point probably where they just look at games with City and somebody else, like against a Brighton or a tough game away against whoever else or whatever, and you think like, oh, maybe that team actually has a chance against them this time. They're there for the taking because it's like any team that attacks City at the moment, it's like they're going to be in on goal. That's just the way it looks, isn't it?
The only thing I will say about that as well with City is they're badly off form, and either Liverpool or Arsenal haven't run away with a big gap, a big stretch. That's more the thing for me.
That's the worrying part.
Like they're still right near the top of the table and one result away from being top. So that's more the thing for me. Like the way City are playing, if Arsenal were really playing at the top level or Liverpool were playing at the top level, we would have been 7, 8, 9 points clear, but we're not. That's more the issue for me. We're even behind them. So I mean,
Mm.
it's not ideal for them to be playing like that, and we're behind. And Liverpool only a couple points clear, so it's not ideal.
Same VD. Time to catch up.
It has to be. It actually has to be. Like, it isn't. We can't lose. We can't draw. We have to win. At home, we must. We must.
Yeah,
We
Yeah, but you
can't
say that.
lose
You say that.
one,
You say that
man.
every. You say that every game, though. Like he said, I heard it. He said we must for like 3 weeks in a row every stream.
Yeah, and we haven't in it. Like, that's just how it
But
is.
now you're
we
at, you
must,
must,
but we
you must.
haven't.
You're competing for top
You
four.
haven't
You don't
mustered
have to
still.
win
You
this
haven't
game.
mustered.
We haven't
Yeah,
mustered.
you said we must against Liverpool. You didn't win. You said we must against Man United. Didn't win.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what I'm saying. So
you
now
don't.
we
You
must.
don't must.
You know, we
You
must.
don't. You're not
We
going for the
must
title,
swear.
so you don't must. You don't have to win.
We do,
You
but
gotta guarantee-
it's not about going for the title. We still need top four. We still need to be back in the Champions
Yeah, you
League.
can lose
We
to
still
Arsenal and
need
still
this
get
sort
top
of
four.
VD, are
appeal.
you not going to claim your home back? Are you going to
What,
claim your home
average?
again? Because you haven't beat Arsenal in your ground for however many years. Yeah,
No,
you're
I
going to
know.
claim your
It's-
home, like, because
it's,
they're coming to your ground and renting it out.
It's
What's
we've not
going
had a
on
good
over
track record against Arsenal of late. We've put in some okay performances, but okay performances aren't a win, and we need the 3 points. Like this is going to be one of the. I always think like it's. I used to think, do you know what? With how Chelsea used to play, and especially like last season, we'd always like perform, or over the past few years, we'd perform against the big teams, but we'd never we'd never get the 3 points, or like it would be like half. You never knew what you were really going to get. We'd always perform, but the points, you never knew if you were going to come away with them. And we'd always struggle against the small teams. But now we're struggling or against the big teams, and we're just grabbing all the points against the small teams. And we need to start grabbing them off the big six, because otherwise we're going to be screwed. You can't. I get that this team is inexperienced, yeah, and to a degree Maresca is, but like they're both good enough. Like we've seen how we've played football. This is champagne football that we can play, but they're not. I don't know. I think if we don't win, I think some sort of question needs to be asked to someone. I'm not sure who, but maybe it's just everyone as a collective. What the fuck is stopping you lot from beating these top six teams? Because
Maybe you're not as good as what you say you are.
shut up, man. You say this every time you do, mate.
How many
No,
times?
He's right though. He's right. You're not as good as you say you are. He's right.
The players,
And that's
the
all
players
right.
are
Like
good.
you've got
The
time. Like
manager is good.
we said, bro. We said when I saw your black box last week and the bars you were spitting, I said you're next up, bro. I was telling the runners and them you're next up, but you just gotta you know what I'm saying. I'm not even sending you shots no more. I'm just saying, as a runner, you might not on the right track, bro. You might not on the right track, and I think that sometimes sometimes doing a bit too much can be to your detriment. Take time, keep making steps forward, and then you'll get there, bro. Keep jogging, man. I told you. Hey, listen,
Are
man,
you
I
not
need
gonna
to
play?
do
Are you
against
gonna play
Arsenal,
Lavia and
bro.
Caicedo or Enzo?
Enzo ain't playing. He played yesterday. He's part of the B team now. It's got to be Lavia and Caicedo.
Oh, so
I don't want
Lavia
to see
and Caicedo will
Enzo.
play. Yeah.
I don't want to see Enzo start. Like, cool, he had the people saying he had a hat trick of assists in 40 minutes or whatever versus, I think it was in like 20 minutes versus Noah. It's fucking Noah. Come on, man. They were founded a few years ago. Let's not do this. This is why I get so pissed off with a lot of Chelsea fans. It's like, literally, I made a whole fucking picture of it. It's a life cycle at Enzo Fernandez. It's spray a few passes, get an assist or a goal against literal farmers, and everybody's back. And then he has a shit game. Then it's spray a few passes, get a goal against a League 2 team. We are so back. Then he has a shit game when it matters. It's the same thing over and over again. And he's had his good game. So the next game is going to be a shit game. And we can't have a shit game against Arsenal because we need to fucking win. And we need to start pushing for top four. And we need to start establishing ourselves a little bit more against these top six teams. So no, he should not be fucking starting. There's no chance on earth he starts. No chance. No chance on that. And also, one thing I also don't want to see, Gusto. If Gusto starts over Cucurella, yeah, that's going to be the thing that pisses me off the most. Because Cucurella, in my opinion, one of the best left backs in the world, right? I'm not going to say he's the best. I think he's one of the best in the world. I'd say maybe top 5, right?
In the world.
But Cucurella,
What are you saying?
he's top 5.
Right?
I love you lot, yeah.
He's
Right.
top 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's
not.
carry on. Carry on. What was that?
If he does not start this game and we're playing Reece James left back, he's been putting a shift left back. He's been playing good Reece James left back, but he's a right back, man. And Gusto playing this role that he's been playing, dross awful, terrible. Get him on the edge of the box, he can't do anything. He's good out wide, using to his strengths. You can't be misprofiling his players like this. Maresca's done so good with identifying where each player should be playing, how they should be playing, and then you're doing this with Gusto, and you did it in big games, and it's not worked. So if he does it again, that's why I'm gonna have a bit of a question mark. Like, why are you pushing this when you have Cucurella, who could play any role that he needs to play perfectly, and you have Reece James on the right, the best right back in the world. I don't care if he's fit or not.
What is he saying?
Playing this role, you can't.
What are you saying, bro?
Do you understand why I'm? Don't worry.
What are you saying? How can you say so? Cucurella is one of the best left backs in the world, and Trent.
Yeah, Cucurella is top 5.
Then you have
Reece James is the best right back in the world.
I don't think I don't think.
Then automatically, you have one of the best defenses in the world. Then
how can you say?
No, because the centre backs aren't thing. The centre backs aren't probably.
You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold in the same league.
I'm seeing combined 11s with Levi Cole over Saliba, bro. Because
who's done that? That was Hooks' one. That was a disgrace. Even as a Chelsea fan, I'm saying that was a disgrace. I saw it, yeah.
And they put him right centre back.
Yeah, nah. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace.
But you just said Reece James is better than Trent.
He is better than Trent. He is. I think put them both at their peak. Put them both at the thing.
What are you saying, VD?
I'm saying the truth is what I'm saying. I'm saying the truth. I don't rate Trent like that. Cool. He's got a few crosses in him. He's got a spray, maybe. He's got a free kick. A long
Trent's a generational player. Trent is the type of player that
he's not generational. He's a right back that isn't a great defender.
He's won everything in the world. He's won everything in the world.
Yeah, but that's not because of him. That's not necessarily because of him. Obviously, you can say
it's not.
Right. How can Trent not be? How can Reece James be better than Trent when Trent is the type of player that if you don't stop, he's a right back. Yeah, he's the type of player that if you do not stop him, your team loses. Trent changes games when we played them. The reason why they ended up drawing that game was because of his one pass.
Can we also make another statement? Is Reece James even a right back anymore?
Doesn't even play. He's not even on the pitch, and you're talking about comparing him to Trent.
The guy don't want him going up the pitch in case he gets injured again.
How can you compare Reece James to Trent in this day and age? You got to compare Reece James to Gusto.
He's a back three
plays more than him.
I think you should compare him to Anthony Robinson.
Yeah, see, now you're doing too much, man.
Compare him to Anthony Robinson. Don't compare him to Trent anymore, man. It's boring,
bro.
You man tried to do this. They tried to do it with Wan-Bissaka. Tried to do it with Reece James. It's getting boring now, honestly.
No way. Trent has proven that he's clear of all of these guys, man. He's proven that, man.
He has a very clear deficiency in his game.
Like, he has to break.
It'll be different if he was in midfield. It'll be different, but
it's very
his
rare.
defending is whack. It's whack. He's a lazy defender. You can't be a lazy defender.
Trent's not a weak link in the Liverpool team. He's a strength in their team.
Yeah, but not defensively. He's not a strength defensively.
Oh wait, are you still hold on? Are you hold on? So VD, are you still using 2020 narratives in 2024? So you're telling me Trent hasn't improved defensively at all?
Do you know what? Yeah, there was actually. It's funny. It's funny enough. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that pisses me off about James. James, fucking hell, about Trent. It was a few years ago, and Trent had a fucking blastic against us. Like he had an amazing defensive performance. Next week he goes back to being lazy all the time, and he's like he can't be asked like enough to actually win the ball. It's like, oh, I'll show myself here. I'll show myself. I'll stick out my leg.
Nah, the Trent thing's finished. He's
the fullback thing's changed now, man.
All that Trent thing's finished.
Defensively solid. And I will never. I'm
telling you right now, if these men had Trent, they would not be saying this, and they'll be talking about their generational right back. Because if they can speak about Reece James like if they can speak about Reece James like this when he never plays, imagine how they'd have Trent and how they'd speak about Trent when he's been doing what he's doing for the last.
The difference is Trent has proven it as well. That's the difference. The difference is with Trent, he's proven it. And even before in the previews before the Chelsea Liverpool game, you lot were saying Sancho against Trent, and I was thinking Sancho is going to have nothing against Trent. Trent is going to destroy Sancho.
That's another conversation, guys. Not available for selection again.
Who isn't?
Sancho.
Oh, Sancho, right? Yeah, I know.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
not-
yeah,
Leave Jamar alone, man. Leave Jamar alone.
Ever since he got criticised about his on-pitch antics or whatever, whether it's been illness, it's been not available, you know, all of this, all of that. Just saying, innit?
Well,
Now he's
listen,
injured.
the thing is with that. I'm sorry, just to go back to the Trent thing. If Trent carries on at the rate that he's playing and what he's doing, he will be regarded at the end of his career as one of the best right backs of all time. That's
Yeah.
what that's the conversation we'll be having about Trent. Reece James is nowhere
Are we
near.
gonna have that? Are we gonna have that about Reece James?
He's nowhere near that.
We can't be.
Reece James is
doing
looking more
this.
like a what if, but I say, listen, give him
the
a
what if
fit thing.
category. Do you know how many
You know
players that go in the what if category?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
I
right.
know. Yeah, but you can
Right.
only.
I'll start down to Diaby. I'll start talking about Diaby. I'll start talking about Diaby and people
Yeah,
like that.
but this is the hand that is dealt in it.
Ravel
Like,
Morris.
but
Leslie King.
still,
Leslie
I don't
King.
think Trent's
How
ever
about this
shown
one? Izzy.
levels. Like,
If you know, you know.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I
Wait,
like
Izzy J
it.
Brown.
Izzy, if you.
Wait, that's I don't know. Yeah.
Exactly.
But bro, there's like, don't get me wrong. I hear the injury thing. Like Daniel Sturridge, innit? Daniel Sturridge. You know what I'm saying? We know what he was about. Killed it.
Hey, bro. I get someone ban him right now, man. I ain't having that shit. Allow it, bro.
Yeah.
Allow it. I don't even know why I'm giving you airtime, man. You weird cunts, man. But
Yeah.
Fonzie, James,
man.
James over. No, you don't. I don't need like any of that like stupid stuff. It's because I'm white, bro. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, because it's
Let's be
man,
real.
bro.
It's an easy card to pull in it. I understand. James over Trent in 2024. Take the shades off, bro. You're really blind. The thing is, yeah, I know we cuss out the more attacking right backs or fullbacks of the world right now, but if we're keeping it a buck, like different eras have different demands. Like back then, you needed your Gary Neville's 1v1 defending, all of that kind of stuff.
Trent is so good. Trent is so good. They even started trying to play him centre midfield. That's how good he is as a right back. That's how good he is. We're just talking about his deficiencies because he's that good. That's the problem. Of course, you're going to look for flaws and things against him, but he really is that good. He's the reason why.
Yeah,
and that's the whole point.
Bro,
That's the whole point of systems.
Imagine coming through the Liverpool Academy and becoming the system at right back. Come on, bro. He breaks his own record.
Ashley Cole's cracked.
Break his own record. He doesn't break anymore. He has to break his own records.
Yeah, Ashley Cole's cracked. You don't get Ashley Cole's no more.
He's not the perfect wing back where like he's as good as he is defensively, but who is the perfect wing back, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just because the defender is more balanced doesn't mean he's better.
Let's be real.
Absolutely.
You lot yearn for
look
balance.
Look how good Wan-Bissaka is at defending but not attacking, and look what you lot hound him out because he can't attack. He's not good on the ball. Trent is nowhere near as bad on the ball as
can I say one thing as well? I think people always look at defending in a one-dimensional fashion. You always go, cool, if a defender's running at you, can you defend him? You know, there's also like a lot of facets to defending. Like, you know, being able to play out the back under pressure is a form of defense, right? Because it takes the pressure off your team.
Defense
so not just lumping out the field and giving the other team possession again or kicking it as hard as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like playing out from the back under pressure, as you said, like, splitting the lines and all that stuff as consistently as he does it. That's another form of defending as well. People don't really talk about that, but yeah, man, I think Trent's been very good defense. He's been good defensively this season, and hopefully he gets better. A lot of these generational right backs or left backs, and you know, the Marcelos, the Alves, all these guys, go look at their game, bro. Go look at a couple of 90 minutes. Go look at their game. You know, this man used to get torn up at times pre 25 years of age. You know, these men used to get done up as well. A lot of these men got better at defending when they were like 24, 25, 26, like when they were starting to get older as they matured. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
but to be fair, Reece James, like if he could have stayed fit this whole time, he would have probably been the best. Let's be real, because you'd have a balance of attack.
Nah, bro. I'm tired of hearing hindsight. If Daniel Sturridge was fit, he'd be better than Harry Kane.
I know, but you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong there. No, you're probably not. He's probably not wrong there.
I can't say that because Harry Kane's actually done it.
But Harry
expectancy and reality are two different things.
But Sturridge was nowhere near Kane's level. He was great.
Excuse me?
Better than Kane. Kane.
What do you mean he wasn't nowhere near Kane's level? Are you all right?
He was a good player. He's not.
I'll be real, VD.
There's a level like Kane's like here though. Kane's like here. Like Kane's like above. Like Sturridge was. Sturridge was cool. He was good. Kane's like one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the Prem. The fuck? What are we doing here?
So
Bro,
why
Nick
do you then
Kane.
again? So my point
What are
is,
you
why
saying?
do off of a small sample size you compare Reece James to Trent when you don't want to compare Sturridge to Kane?
Yeah, but it's kind of
Exactly.
obvious. If Reece James would have maintained his fitness,
Let me know.
he would have been it.
Let me
But
know.
obviously he didn't. He didn't. So
But still,
Let me know if you don't want-
even if Sturridge was still fit, I don't not
Answer-
Kane
Can
levels.
you
Come on,
answer?
man.
No. Can you answer my question? Why, off a small sample size, would you compare Reece James to Trent 24/7 and even say he's better? Even say at 20% he's the best player in the world, best right back in the world. Sorry, but you don't want to compare Daniel Sturridge off his sample size to Harry Kane.
No, I'm not saying about his sample size. I'm just saying level with what I've
But-
seen. Harry Kane is just better. Like,
Yeah, then you haven't seen Daniel Sturridge at his peak. Then you haven't seen Daniel Sturridge.
I saw Daniel Sturridge. I know how good he was, but Kane was
Then
just.
you don't. Then you
Kane's
don't.
a different breed. Even
It
if
is what
Sturridge
it
is
is.
A different breed to
nah,
who?
nah.
A different breed to who, VD? A different
I
breed to
mean,
To a
who?
lot of strikers in the Premier League.
IVD,
What?
man. Next thing you
What
know,
do you think Kane was like Suarez level?
Nah, he wasn't better than Suarez. And
Nowhere
Suarez
near.
had a small
I
sample
thought you
size.
was thinking.
Nah.
Sturridge-
I think
Sturridge
Suarez is
more time
probably-
wasn't even on the. He was more on the
Bro,
right.
if Sturridge was fit for the same amount of time as Kane was
Suarez.
fit and could keep it fit, he would have been up there as well, easily.
You're just giving. You know what you're just doing now. You're just giving D Aunt like ideas. I know what he's thinking. This guy. can tell.
But I'm just saying, this whole. Listen, I just think the Reece James thing is boring now.
And you
innit?
know
I just
what?
think
It's
boring
not
now.
actually a bad debate,
I
blood.
know.
It's
That's knows what I'm thinking. He knows.
boring.
What has Liverpool won without Mane?
Cup double, innit?
Mane again, another underrated player.
It's the
another
Carabao
underrated
Cup.
player.
They try to tell me Sanchez is better than Mane. You must be out your damn mind, bro.
It's a debate though.
No, it's not.
Wait, no, bro. Alexis is bro.
No,
I like Alexis
Don't
and
get me wrong.
Crack.
That's a good debate. That's a very good debate, bro.
It's
That's
a
a very
debate,
good
man.
debate.
Alexis
By the way,
is a
I'm not even trying to
serious
rub out
player.
Reece James. I'm not even trying to rub out Reece James. But when VD's saying that 20% he's the best defender in the world, it just, bro, like, come on, man.
And it's based on nostalgia
right
as
back.
well. It's not based on anything that's
Like
on paper.
Vinny smoked him up like the same way he smoked up Trent, but no one talks about it.
When was that? What?
Reece James gets smoked. Reece James gets
In
smoked,
pre-season.
and no one talks about
in
it
preseason.
because
Okay, are you gonna
magnifying
talk?
glass
Right?
in-
Okay, listen.
because the
He
hold on,
also
hold on.
Vinny
Let me
Junior and Benzema were also begging for Reece James's shirt when we was in the Champions League.
Let
So
me
let's not
land.
do that.
Let me
They
land.
were
Let me
begging
land.
for his shirt.
I'm just saying, Reece James gets done up and no one speaks about it. He even gets red cards and no one speaks because the magnifying glass on Trent compared to Reece James is completely different. You know what I'm
Truth.
saying? So
No, the red cards we talk about, you can count a handful of times when Reece James has been done up, but you can also make a whole fucking basket of fucking times that he's absolutely locked up a fucking winger. Going up,
but
there are so many players.
What
What
Garnacho did to Reece James, I think it was last year. He killed me, blood. Fucking
That's
killed
what
me,
I'm
fam.
saying. You can have a blip, but 90% of the sample size
Bro,
is still
I've
saying.
seen Reece James get done up a couple of times, bro. And anyway, let me know.
Alfonso Davies. United fans of the Sancho agenda focus on Garnas. Yeah, man, natural.
So, like, Trent has locked up some of the best wingers in the world. No,
Trent has a free roaming role at right back. Who the fuck does that? I seen him in the left centre mid role the other day. You mean inverting?
Mhm.
Anyways, man, what are you saying about your game? Anyways, Liverpool. Once Liverpool, Aston Villa. You think
yeah,
because
obviously-
lots of us are
I'm-
thinking this is going to be a whitewash in it. When I say
know,
whitewash, 3-0.
I know it. Yeah. By the way, I know Garnacho cooked James. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, like I feel like obviously I've sent my runners to go do a job for me on the weekend, but as I said, I don't know if they're gonna go get that done, bro. So obviously I've got to get it done myself at Villa. I gotta go get shit done in it. Villa are a tough team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Rodgers, Watkins and them, man. But Tottenham thumped them up, but that doesn't mean they're gonna get thumped up again just because they're playing us at Anfield. We smoked them last year, but every game's different, man. I think it's going to be a very tough game. And if we do beat Villa at home, I think that's a massive win, you know. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's like, oh, yeah, Liverpool beat Villa. Like, I think that's a big win because even though these men have these weird games where they can just be magically shit, it also works the other way. Like, they have these weird games where they can just put it on a team and it looks very long.
And Villa as well. The way they play of like the solid base and all that, it kind of suits playing away from home, like kind of against Liverpool. Like even though they haven't had a good away record this season, but it suits like to play against a Liverpool kind of thing. So I feel like it's going to be a tricky game.
Yeah, but they're not. As I said, they're not in good. But they're not in good form in all comps. They're not in good. They're not in good form.
Champions League, they're all right. They just lost the last game, but they're all right in the Champions League.
Yeah, they lost their last Champions League game. They're still sitting, I think, second with 9 points or third or 9 points or something like that. And yeah, but like as I said, I'm not gonna sit here and underestimate Villa because Spurs beat them 4-1. I actually
Villa's a
watched
big
that
game
game
now.
first
Villa's a big
night.
game now.
Bro,
That's a big
bro,
game now. Yeah.
It is a big game, bro. I watched the Spurs Villa game. Like that was a close game up until the
Yeah,
second.
yeah. Absolutely.
Like it wasn't like Spurs like smoked them 4-1 minute 1 to minute 90, bro. Last 20 minutes, these man turned up. Like against Brighton, where Brighton were happy slapping us for 60 minutes, and then we bagged 2 quick goals and turned the game on its head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
100%.
saying? So for me, this is going to be one of the better teams we're facing. You know, and after the game, I'm going to say if we win, well, hopefully once we win, I'm going to do the whole we still haven't played anyone yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep running that gimmick. You know what I'm saying? We ain't played no one. So yeah, man, this is a massive game because I feel like Arsenal and Chelsea playing each other, you have to take advantage. And I've lived in a land where yeah, bro, and Man City, right? Like, I've lived in a land where every time City draw or lose, we go and follow suit. When Arsenal lose and draw, we follow suit and go and draw or lose as well. Like I'm tired of that, bro. Like I'm even glad this season we've done it a few times now where you man have dropped points and we've taken advantage, or City have dropped points and we've taken advantage. We're not used to that. Even at the top of our game, we actually just copy City and lose when they lose or draw when they draw. It's a massive. It would be massive, especially this is the last game before the international break, I think. So
it is.
So to go into the international break with 17 games played and I think 15 wins would be a mazza. And then having Southampton on our first game back before going to Madrid before playing Madrid and City, because that's why I say these 2 games are massive games, because Madrid and City in a week is D-Day type. That's D-Day.
Yeah,
so
and not only that, well, you're getting to play Villa when you got your. I mean, I know Alisson's out, but you got your full team kind of thing. So you're better off kind of getting these games away at this time now.
Yeah, bro.
Villa now,
that's where you man suffered, bro, because you man, when you had your difficult run obviously you had Newcastle and Chelsea away. Before that, you had Bournemouth. If you won that game at Bournemouth, I think that a draw at Newcastle or a draw at Chelsea doesn't look as mad, innit? Don't look as mad.
It changes the narrative a little bit.
Yeah, because you'll be like City. You're out of form, but you're still right there. Right there in the 100%. Table. So that's why 100%. That's why people say, oh, these little games, bro. These games, you play the little team more.
They matter. Yeah, they matter big.
They matter. Unless your name's Kaz and you're sitting at 13th or something, it don't matter. But you know what I'm saying? They matter, bro. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So,
no, I agree with you. But I feel like that game against Villa, it's going to be a real intriguing game because
massive still.
I mean, because of the middle of the park and their middle of the park is both. That's where the strong sets come in, and that's probably not your weakness, but that's where Villa, like with Morgan Rogers and stuff, they can kind of run through because you haven't really got a real and solid
McGinn's
DM
back,
like that.
I think they needed McGinn as well, and McGinn's back now as well. I think they do, and Kamara's back as well.
Yeah, Kamara's back as well. Yeah, they got everyone back. Even Tyrone Mings is back.
This prick, yeah, Mings ain't gonna play, but
no, he's not gonna play. But no, Kamara, I don't know if Kamara will play though. I mean, he might do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. The confidence comes from me being at home, though, innit? So that's where the confidence comes from. We're at home. If it was away from home,
you're top of the league.
Yeah, I'll be looking at this game. If it was away from home, I'll be going, yo. I hope we win. We should win, but Villa Park, that ain't easy. Villa Park ain't easy, bro.
Villa have changed the whole narrative. They're a real big team now.
Anyways, well, we'll see. Anyways, hopefully you lot lose. No, probably not gonna happen. This is gonna go over to D's channel, by the way, so it's gonna get redirected over there right now as we speak. Everyone else's channel you can find in the description below. Me and that's gonna have a premiere coming out in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3:30 roughly, and then you can go see what we have to say. D-Day settings. Probably, well, actually, I'm not gonna ruin the title. You lot can see that for that. But yeah, make sure you go like the video on the way out. I don't even know if we're over 200 likes at least, which is kind of just shit. But you know, big up to everyone that has liked the video. But other than that, go over to D's channel, go support it, go subscribe, and all that good stuff in the bitch.